Marvel fans, comic geeks, and all the nerds in between. This is Megan with Vigilante Vibes, and I am here with another character breakdown for you today, and I'm continuing my coverage of the underrated mutants of the Marvel Universe. Today, I want to talk about Husk. Who is Husk? What is her deal? We're going to get into all of it. Paige Guthrie, aka Husk, first made her appearance in Marvel Comics in ROM Annual number 3 in 1984. Meet Paige Elizabeth Guthrie, the second of 10 kids from a family in Cumberland County, Kentucky. Her dad, Thomas, passed away when she was young. When her older brother Sam's powers showed up, he joined the New Mutants as Cannonball, so she is Cannonball's sister. Paige started dreaming of being a hero too, even though she didn't have any powers yet. She eventually discovered her ability to shed her skin and reveal a new form underneath, but she kept it a secret. That is until Sam and his X-Force teammate Tabitha Smith, aka Boomer, later Boom Boom. If you want to know more about Boom Boom, just check my channel because I have an episode on her too, came to visit. Paige watched helpless as they were kidnapped by Sienna Blaze, who is a member of the Upstarts, a group who were competing to capture young mutants in a game run by a telepath named the Game Master. X-Force teamed up with the New Warriors, whose member Firestar had also been taken. Paige secretly followed them, transformed into an insect, and managed to convince the Games Master to start training young mutants instead of killing them. Her actions were key to getting her brother released. Paige was bummed that Sam had joined the X-Force instead of the X-Men, which was her goal that whole time. So I went into a little bit about how she went transformed into a bug, but let's talk about her powers. Husk can change the submolecular structure of her body by shedding her outer layer of skin. She can turn into almost anything she wants, but she usually changes into a form that looks like her normal self, but is made of different elements like stone, steel, or rubber. These forms give her properties of whatever she changes into, including increased strength, durability, and speed. At her strongest, she's a class 10 with enough strength to lift a bus. She can also become super durable and has been able to deflect bullets. She can even transform into a form that lets her move at nearly subsonic speeds. It's easiest for her to transform into forms that don't exceed her original body size. Some of the things she's turned into include rocks, glass, gold, steel, rubber, reflective surface, diamond, crystal, silver, wood, and even scales. When she's stressed, her skin can shed on its own, kind of like a snake, which is gross, leaving her with a patchy look made of different materials. She can also use her powers to blend into her surroundings like a chameleon or shed her skin instantly to protect herself from explosions. Her transformations usually last about an hour unless she changes forms again. She can change forms several times in a short period before her normal skin returns. The skin she sheds keeps its form and can be used as raw material if needed, which is also gross. Husk has a basic healing factor that works by changing her form, but it only works on minor injuries. Being forced to Husk before she's ready can be very painful. In addition to her powers, Husk is also a super genius with computers, which seems very helpful. So that is her powers, but let's talk about her as a person. I gave a brief breakdown of her at the beginning. Let's get more into it. Paige is one of 10 kids born to Thomas and Lucinda Guthrie. Her mutant siblings are Cannonball, Joshua, aka Akaris, Melody, aka Arrow, and Jebediah. She has 4 sisters named Elizabeth, Sissy, Joelle, and one who was not named. Her human sister Joelle got jealous of her mutant siblings and joined a mutant-hating group, but Husk and Cannonball convinced her to leave. Paige joins the Xavier Institute to learn how to use her powers. She later becomes a founding member of Generation X and co-founder of the Mutantes Sans Frontieres. She also joins the X-Men and Banshee's militaristic X-Corps. So she's been around team-wise. I feel like that sounded worse than it meant to, but whatever. While at the Xavier Institute, Paige gets into a relationship with Jonathan Startzmore, who is Chamber. I will be making an episode about Chamber next. Not next. It's coming up. They also have a rocky relationship, especially after he has a very public affair with a pop star. Paige later gets involved with Warren Worthington III, who is Angel, of course, and they start a global mutant outreach program in Zanzibar together. Paige was kidnapped by the Phalanx, a techno-organic alien race who wanted to learn how to absorb mutants. She and the other kidnapped mutants were rescued by an ad hoc X-Men team. After this, she became a founding member of Generation X and took the codename Husk. She trained with her teachers, Banshee and Emma Frost, and became friends with her teammates, especially Chamber. Husk, wanting to be a leader, worked very hard to improve her skills and even tried to hide her southern accent, thinking it made her sound uneducated, which isn't true, by the way. As someone from Mississippi, I appreciate a good southern accent. In her first fight with the vampire Emplet, Husk was badly injured, but her teammate Jubilee saved her life by husking her skin off. However, she kept the injuries she later got from a new student, Penance, even after shedding her skin. After finding out about the mutant-killing legacy virus, Paige got drunk and impulsively kissed Chamber. The surprise made him lose control of his powers, and he accidentally destroyed the girls' dorm. He took all the blame for it. Of course. Over the next few months, Paige struggled with her feelings for Chamber, ignoring the interest of their teammates' skin. So it was not very scandalous, but it was very high school. So let's talk about her time on Generation X and all that she's done. So Generation X, they've fought so many things. They fought in Ireland, Omega Red, Black Tom Cassidy. During a fight with Emplet, Husk was briefly stuck in a painful half-husked state. When the team faced the Toad, Emma Frost was influenced by the psychic villain Onslaught, causing her to telepathically manipulate the students. Jubilee stepped up as leader, which disappointed Husk, who wanted that role for herself. When Onslaught seemingly killed many of the world's heroes, an orphan named Franklin Richards came to the school. Husk befriended him and helped him cope with his loneliness. She took Chamber home for Thanksgiving, but they got into a big fight and he left. She avoided him until they were both captured by Black Tom Cassidy. Husk was injured again, stuck into a painful state mid-transformation. When a reality warper named Glorian granted the students their wishes, Husk became Chamber's girlfriend until reality went back to normal. Glorian then sent them to Los Angeles, where they fought Sentinels, and Chamber apologized to her. After fighting the circus of crime, a human girl named Tracy Authier stole Husk's diary. Tracy came to the school, saw all their adventures, and promised to keep their secrets. The team then fought the Fenris twins and Bianca Laneige and Asgardian trolls, whom Husk made peace with by giving them some of her husked gold skin, which is just so gross. She briefly went home to help her sick mother, then officially broke up with Chamber, feeling he was too distant. Generation X then joined X-Man, who is Nathaniel Gray, to fight the terrorist group Gene Nation. The Massachusetts Academy started accepting human students, and the mutants had to wear masks while out on mission to hide their identities. A human student named Tristan Braun found out Paige was a mutant after she fought his dad. Tristan blackmailed her into dating him, but they eventually genuinely hit it off until he left the school. Emma's sister, Adrienne Frost, took over the school for a bit, and the students helped the mercenary Paladin fight the Rising Suns in Madripoor. They defeated Emplet again, even though he briefly controlled Husk. When Adrienne caused their teammate Sync's death, Husk felt helpless and decided to focus on controlling her powers better. Generation X then battled Dracula, helped the new warriors escape Biohazard, and encountered a Sasquatch. So she has seen some stuff, which is it's crazy. Husk helped shut down an evil House of Corrections that was holding children hostage, and she became friends with Chamber again. She heard the school was closing down, and with no clear path, said goodbye to her friends and moved away to help a group of environmentalists, effectively disbanding Generation X. Banshee soon recruited Paige into his new X-Corps, where she and Jubilee stopped Blob and Mystique from taking over the group. Husk moved into the X-Men's mansion where her relationship with Chamber got even more complicated after his public affair with a pop star and her growing attraction to Archangel. Husk's interest in environmentalism led her to investigate corruption at Archangel's company. She was almost killed, but Archangel healed her and they started a romantic relationship. She helped him get over the death of his former love, Psylocke, who died from the virus. After a bad fight with Chamber, Husk was horrified when the Church of Humanity crucified several mutants, including Jubilee and Skin, on the X-Men's lawn, which, that goes hard, man. Jubilee survived, but Skin did not. After fighting the demon Azazel, Archangel suddenly broke up with Paige. She kept trying to get him to talk, but he refused. While fighting racist humans in Kentucky, he confessed that he was scared of losing her and they got back together. They then started a global mutant outreach program called the Mutantes Sans Frontieres in Zanzibar. So one thing about Husk is that she cannot quit her exes, which is wild. But we all know, you just move forward. Don't go back. That is my tip for you today. Husk, along with her brothers Sam and Jay, were some of the few mutants left in the world after M-Day. After an anti-mutant extremist named Reverend William Stryker killed Jay, Husk went home to support her family. Sam stayed with the X-Men but later came to visit, expressing his frustration before rushing off. The X-Men briefly brought Husk back to help fight invading aliens in California, and she resumed her flirtations with Angel during that mission. When the psychic vampire Selene resurrected an army of former X-Men enemies, Husk joined the team to investigate a warning from a resurrected psychic. They traveled to Muir Island, and a reality-warping mutant named Proteus possessed her teammate Blindfold and attacked the team. Husk and the others fought him off, but he possessed each of them, even making Husk fight her teammate Rogue. They didn't defeat him until Magneto destabilized his energy. Husk later fought the Nimrod Sentinels in San Francisco. She used a corrosive form to fight them, but a robot nearly tore her apart. During the Curse of Mutants event, vampires attacked San Francisco. Jubilee was infected with a vampire virus, then infected Wolverine as part of a plan by their team leader Cyclops. When fighting the vampires, Husk changed her hands into wooden spikes and took out several of them before Wolverine knocked her out. After the X-Men split, Husk sided with Wolverine and became a teacher at the Jean Grey School for Higher Learning. She started shedding her skin uncontrollably, but she still used her powers to defend her students from the Hellfire Club. She even destroyed a monster called the Nangari. But her constant shedding and worsening mental state made her think she'd been fired. So she quit and joined the Hellfire Academy, where she worked as a librarian and fell in love with Toad. Toad of all people. When Wolverine's X-Men came to rescue their students, Husk fought against her own academy teammates. After that, she sought to help control her powers and her mental state. She then started working for S.H.I.E.L.D. in their non-human resource department. When the organization fell apart, she stayed behind. When the villain Chameleon impersonated Deadpool and attacked her, she teamed up with the real Deadpool and Spider-Man to defeat him. Alongside other mutants, Husk opposed X-Man, Nate Gray, as he tried to remake the world. He banished them into a different reality where Husk taught agriculture at the Summers Institute for Higher Learning. They eventually returned to their reality after X-Man has realized his mistake. Husk later lived in Krakoa, R.I.P., the mutant nation. She joined Cyclops' team to destroy Mother Mold, a machine designed to create killer robots before it could create Nimrod. During the mission, both Husk and Archangel was killed, but they were both brought back to life on Krakoa by the Five, a group of mutants who could combine their powers to resurrect fallen comrades. They were both hailed as heroes for their bravery. So that is Husk. That is Paige Guthrie. She has a huge resume of things she's done in the X-Men world, and I would really like to see her be brought to live action. Just, she's great. Or at least in X-Men 97. I mean, she's so integrated in a lot of the stories, so it'd be crazy not to. As usual, I have comics for you to check out to get to know Paige a little bit better. Generation X, number 5 through 7. Generation X, number 23. Generation X, number 30. Wolverine and the X-Men, number 1 through 4. But you can keep going to get more Husk material in that run. And X-Men Legacy, number 231 to 233. So I hope you enjoyed learning about Husk. I hope you like what I had to say. And if you have any comic recommendations or other character recommendations, please let me know in the comments. With that being said, have a marvelous day.